Hi, my name is Billie Jo and I'm from Bonney Lake, Ben Franklin, and I'm going to show you today how to do some melted crayon art. So we're going to do a different technique today, and I started out by placing my crayons on the canvas and kind of mapping it out to where I know where it's going to go, you know, it's in the center. So then I moved my crayons down a little bit and made a line so that I know when I melt them that I've got to glue them back onto this point. Okay, so I'm going to set up my easel. We'll remove our crayons. This is going to help us to get it to drip down the surface. Okay, so we're going to start heating up a green crayon. Now, it's best if you hold your crayon and melt it from behind. That way your heat tool isn't blowing the crayon around. You know, we want it to drip. So, we're going to try melting our crayon. Now be careful not to hold it too close to the canvas. If the canvas gets too hot, it will burn. We're going to see if we can get some cool lines going here. Take the heat away for a minute. I'm going to try doing 3 lines of each color and see what we can get out of that. Okay, so let's go to another color. So remember that this is going to be your first crayon that you'll be gluing onto the surface. So let's go to our next color. And we're just doing the same thing. With this one, I'm going to kind of take that green in the middle and do a red on top so you know your colors blend together. And then we'll move over. Oh, we're following a path there. Let me move it down a little. There we go. So we're going to continue with some green here, just so that it's kind of even on both sides. Okay, now we've got all the colors going down. We're going to try to give it a little spray of color to see if we can get it to come out. So we're going to heat it back up again. I'm going to keep it a little bit farther away from the crayon that you already have melted. Oh, I guess I should turn my canvas though. Okay. Alright, well now we're going to turn it to the opposite side. See if we can get the same effect to come out and down. Now I'm going to place a little bit more red in here just to give a little bit more of a red contrast. So let's see, and remember once again, we don't want to get the heat gun close to this because these are really neat little daubs and we don't want to mess them up. So we are going to try to get it to where it won't melt anything but the crayon that I am holding. Okay, now let's let it dry. Remember not to turn your canvas over till you know that they're dry, otherwise your drips are going to backtrack, and that's the last thing we need. Okay, so now that I know that it's nice and dry, we're going to take it and flip it back up onto the table. Now remember, we did this line here so that we knew where to stick our crayons. So I would start with, your green one, if your green one's at the end. And what we're using is Quick Grip. It's a multi-purpose glue, and purchasing it for this project, don't worry, you'll use it on many. So we're going to take them here. I'm going to glue down our first one. And as I look over, my other color here is a pink. That's that guy right there. And if you see, I melted this end, so I kind of want to keep that end down. And don't worry, if you melt both sides of it, the whole point is for it to be a cool melted crayon idea. Okay, now that I have my crayons glued down, I'm going to go ahead and add some ribbon to this. So I'm just going to take it and lift up my last two crayons, tuck it under, and get it nice and snug. That kind of gives you that finished look to the base idea of the crayons. So now we're going to glue our flowers on. You can really just glue them wherever you think you would like a flower. I'm just going to kind of place them on here, and then I'll begin to glue them down just so I know where I want them to go. Okay, you can really use any kind of flower you'd like. I just had these around, so I'm going to add them on. So I'm just going to take my Quick Grip, get it on there. I like the little pokey things at the end, so I'm going to leave those showing, almost like it's a little spritz coming off of the flower. Give it a little angle there, makes it look more real. Now when I picked these flowers, I picked them due to the fact that there's a beautiful red and I'm using a black canvas. So all I did is took cutters and just clipped them off. They were on a long string of flowers. Now we're going to glue the last couple on. Okay, I think we're almost done here. One more flower. Now what a great idea. Everybody has extra crayons laying around that the kids don't use, or the grandkids. Well, now you can use them by making crayon art. Well, thank you for watching our video today. Once again, I'm Billie Jo with Ben Franklin Crafts, and enjoy making your own crayon art.